all of you understand what's at stake in this election.
My number one priority is to dismantle the disastrous deal with Iran.
Advance the cause of peace as a partner and as a friend to Israel.
Imagine a president who stands unapologetically with the nation of Israel.
The Israel lobby. It's one of the biggest in the US, and with its influence and big donation dollars, it's heavily courted by US presidential hopefuls. But under President Barack Obama, the US's long-standing relations with Israel have become strained. In trying to take a step back from the Middle East, he created rifts with his Israeli counterpart, Benjamin Netanyahu, and relations reached an all-time low during negotiations of the Iran nuclear deal. But with a guaranteed change in the White House this election, people are watching to see whether presidential candidates are looking to restore relations with Israel or turn away from it. Democratic frontrunner and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, she has broad support in the pro-Israel community. She is for the two-state solution and has made it clear that Israel's security is non-negotiable.
There's a big difference between talking about holding Tehran accountable and actually doing it.
Clinton has been scathing of Republican rival Donald Trump for his stance on Israel.
We need steady hands, not a president who says he's neutral on Monday, pro-Israel on Tuesday, and who knows what on Wednesday.
But it seems Trump now has a very clear Israel policy.
When I'm president, believe me, I will veto any attempt by the UN to impose its will on the Jewish state.
Trump says he would stop the Iran nuclear deal by whatever means necessary. He's voiced strong support for Israel as a military and economic partner, but he's not been clear on his views on a Palestinian state. And there's scepticism about whether he will stand by these policies or is paying lip service to lobbyists. The future of Israeli-US relations could also be put in the hands of these three hopefuls. Bernie Sanders, the only Jewish candidate. He supports Israeli security as well as a two-state solution.
We have also got to be a friend not only to Israel, but to the Palestinian people.
But he has been critical of Benjamin Netanyahu and opposes the Israeli blockade of Gaza. He supports the Iran nuclear deal, but sees military intervention as a last resort. John Kasich, the third-placed Republican hopeful. He says he is a strong emotional supporter of Israel. He has defended the building of Israeli settlements and opposed the Iran deal. Ted Cruz, Donald Trump's main rival. He says he is committed to reviving and expanding the US-Israeli alliance, which he calls a strategic bedrock for the US.
And under no circumstances will Iran be allowed to acquire a nuclear weapon.
He has said he would support a two-state solution, but only if Israel wants it. Each presidential hopeful has come out with strong rhetoric on Israeli relations, but for lobbyists and voters, it remains to be seen whether these campaign convictions will turn into real policy. Yvette McCullough, The Newsmakers.